Welcome back, everybody, to 12thmandem. I've got two unhappy people here. I wonder why. Like, what you man saying?
Oh, long afternoon.
Wait, can I say a stat before we get going? In 2 games, Arsenal Football Club FC have had 48 shots on goal and 0 goals. Just wanted to do you want to start there? It's kind of a lot of shots, don't you think?
Yeah. No, this
You
is the
think Call of
thing. Like
Duty, yeah, you're
we
shooting
had
all those
the,
bullets. You're gonna been killed numerous of times.
we should have won it. We should have won both. The last 3 games, all 3 games that we lost, I think we should have won every single one of them. And I
Nah.
think we've taken the no more knife crime campaign a bit too much to heart. We've turned up blunt, unfortunately.
Listen,
Um,
I hate that kit. Every
bro,
time we wear the kit, we lose. I think we've lost. We've
exactly.
worn it 3 times. I know we've lost twice. I think we might have won once in it, but bruv, I
Yeah,
hate that. I hate that kit, honestly.
But it's for a good cause, man. Don't be like that.
Bruv, listen.
yeah.
No, it wasn't for a good cause today.
It was a Spursy show. That's all I'm gonna
Bruv.
say. It's not what I expected or hoped for. But yeah, like
But,
I was
yeah.
pleasantly surprised in the first 20 minutes. Like honestly, looking at the lineup, as much as I like Kai, I thought, God, who's going to score the goals? I saw Nelson, Havertz, and Saka up front, and I thought like everything's going to be on that right wing. But within what is it? What was it? A minute that Reece Nelson's chance was played in by
Yeah,
Ramsdale, and I
by
thought,
Ramsdale.
God, we're in. And then 20 minutes later, realizing that we should have been 4-0 up. Like, come on, and then somehow,
Yeah.
he
Do
got
you know?
away.
Do you know what? Yeah, I was watching the game. So obviously, like before the game started, we had the news of Jesus was out, obviously, and I was just like, oh shit, okay, this means Eddie's gonna go up top. And then basically the lineup that I wanted, I sort of got it. Like I wanted him to get Kai out of the midfield. I wanted him to put Kai up top because I think Kai's a better option than Eddie and Ketty. I don't want to see Eddie on the pitch, honestly. I don't.
Got something to say here.
No,
Let me
no.
interject. Before you came on, I was having a discussion with Ali about if you lot buy a striker, and he said if you lot were gonna sell a striker to raise some money, Nketiah will not be his first choice. He will sell Jesus first rather than
That's what I would. I'll be honest.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Why does it not make no sense?
No sense.
What is this thing you have with Jesus? Like, does he have your social security number? Like, does he have your NI number? What is Jesus?
Oscar, Jesus is a far superior player than Eddie. That's not even a conversation. If that's what we're gonna get into, if that's what we're actually gonna get into, then that's not a conversation that makes sense. Even if people watching this, like Eddie and Nketiah and Jesus, it's not even a conversation. They're not even in the same stratosphere. Like honestly,
they are, man.
No.
So,
like I think it's a little harsh on Eddie. Like the guy, he's still young. He's much younger than Jesus. So it's harsh to judge him that way. Yeah.
Eddie's 24.
Swear that.
Still, no, I don't think he's 24.
So someone check the age. I can't check it here. But Eddie's 24. He's 24 years old. He's 2 years younger than Jesus. He's not a little kid no more. But and anyway, I'm talking about Eddie. Today's not. It wasn't on Eddie today. Eddie came on in the last 8 minutes. So I'm not trying to scapegoat Eddie here.
Yeah, he's 24.
No.
Yeah, he's 24 years old. He's not a little kid, as I said. But I'm not. As I said, this is not on him. I'm not one of those fans who try to blame it on one player, especially when it's not their fault. I thought we had a very, very good performance today. On another day, we win that. Yeah. And it's but as I was saying when I was going back to the point of the lineup, so with the lineup, he did exactly what I wanted him to do. He moved Havertz out of the middle and he put him up front. Havertz hold up play and general play was actually quite decent. It was quite good. It was just in front of goal. Oh my gosh, like we missed so many chances. When we when he had the chance when Rice nicked the ball in the midfield and Odegaard's played him in and he should have took it first time. He's taken a touch. He was just so slow to get his shots off. So slow
so
and so
casual. The guy, so casual.
No
bro.
No urgency at all, bro. I swear that. And I was just like, what is going on here? Like it was just like
Is he always
I looked at the scoreline. I thought maybe we are 3-0 up because this guy seems to think, I was like, no, he's still saying no. Like I haven't seen him. I haven't missed a goal or something, but it was, too casual for my liking. I thought today he could have, I don't know. I didn't think he played a good game today. Like he had great contributions everywhere else, just not in the box.
His general play was all right. Like he held it up well. We could go long to him, and he could sort of hold it up and win his duels. But in the box, he was absolutely terrible today. And I was obviously the last stream I was complaining about the midfield and the chances we created. And today was just a completely different story. But we moved him out of the midfield, and the midfield was functioning, and we created numerous chances. We just couldn't bag today.
Do you feel like, see, you said you last time you got into the midfield, is it because Havertz was in the midfield? That's why you wasn't creating chances.
I personally think we can't have Havertz long term in the midfield. That's my.
So you can't have him up front. You can't have him in midfield.
No, I didn't say we can't have.
Because he's playing up front and he's taking 4 touches in front of goal.
No, no. Well, you're okay. I'm saying his finishing was horrible today.
Yeah, so he's up front. He should have played Eddie.
No, like this is the thing. Had he played Eddie and Kai at the same time, I thought that would have been a very good combination, because the way Kai could hold it up, could bring somebody else into play. Yes, I'd agree with Moses on that one. A lot better than Eddie. Eddie would be the kind of player similar to Reece Nelson. He'd want it to be played over the top, into an open space where he can run into it. But like in that midfield today, I thought the introduction of Jorginho made the pivotal move. Like it freed Declan Rice to go up, and if you notice in that first half, or the majority of us winning the ball back
was Rice
further up the field
onto McAllister. Every time McAllister got the ball straight, he was straight on him, and it was just like I really liked. Like obviously on an offensive point of view, we didn't really see him on the ball, but on pressing wise, we saw Declan Rice in the 8. No 6 is they're gonna get harried. They're gonna get harassed all game, and that's what he was 100%. Pinching the ball, everything like that, and the press was actually brilliant.
Yeah,
it was just when we got into the final areas, man.
It gave Odegaard the freedom. No, it gave Odegaard the freedom. If you notice, like Odegaard didn't have to track back. They won't, like when you had Kai. So we compare the two teams, right? The last time we played them a couple of weeks ago, and then this game, the only difference, Jorginho wasn't there, so Rice was further back, and you had Havertz in midfield, right? And then this time it was more freed up. The tackles were being made a lot more efficiently. It's what Declan Rice does, right? He's going to run down, he's going to break the play, he's going to target the players properly, quicker, more efficiently. Kai seems to have that casual aura around him, where it's like, I'd get it if you were Ozil or something, but come on, not quite there yet, So
do you feel like Chelsea have like pulled your pants down for Kai Havertz? Because I feel like they've done that to us for Kai. I mean for Mason Mount.
Well, with Kai, with the price, definitely 100%. 100%. We've overpaid
the whole package. The player itself.
No. The player, I don't think he's a write-off. I actually don't think. I can see where he fits into our squad. I just don't think he should have been like a priority signing at all.
Yeah.
If we could have got him for like a good 30 mil and he's a squad player, because me personally, him being a squad player, I do not mind that. Him filling in up front, even anywhere in the forward lines or even in midfield at times, I can see where he can fit in our squad. I can see it. His performances have gotten better, but it's just the price tag. Arteta shot himself in the foot with that, because now we're here in January, and as everyone's saying, we need a striker.
You do.
Everyone's saying we need a. We're not gonna win
48 shots, no goals, man. You need a striker.
We're not gonna get one. That's
Why not?
The thing. Bruv, they're talking about all this FFP stuff and all this. I don't see us signing anyone. I see
any deal.
Any deal we get, I think we might get a left back in. And Kivior. What did you think of Kivior today?
Like, he's unlucky with the own goal, but I thought like the guy got extremely lucky in the first half, because he wasn't really under any threat. In the previous game against Liverpool, he had to be taken off at halftime, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, this game it was just like a given. The guy just he's a centre back. Like I still don't understand why he's being
Yeah.
played
It's
left
not.
back. He's not made for that role.
It's not fair.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not.
exactly. That's the thing. Playing them out of position is just not working in my mind. If you're going to shift a formation, if you're going to play, let's say, a 5-3-2 or 5-2-3, right? Whichever way, but you end up with three centre backs, and you'd have Gabriel Megalesh, Saliba, and then Kivio on the left. I'd get that, So he starts back, but there is a genuine fullback to his side, right? So either Tomiyasu, Zinchenko, Tierney if he's back. So one of those players, fast, agile, quick, he can pounce on those. The guy tried. He gave it a good shot, but at the same time, like it's like playing with a handicap. The guy doesn't have the pace for a fullback. Doesn't have that ability.
He basically
Yeah,
offers nothing. Yeah,
exactly.
It's actually a handicap. But even with today, just on the general performance, as I said, the press was brilliant today. I even think, because as I said, I did think we had become way too predictable. It's just like we get the ball down, we go down the flanks to Saka or Martinelli, who they get doubled up on, they get the ball and pass it back and recycle. Today, I think they mixed it up, and that's what I want to see more of. Saka, he didn't have the best of games at all. He didn't have a good game, but he tried to go on the outside. He also tried to come inside. He tried to come infield as well. So it's just, and we were also going long. So when we had the chance with Reece, we also went long when, I don't know if you saw when Saka was in. I feel like he couldn't get his head up, but he could have squared it to I think it was Havertz running through in the mid. Oh, it was Odegaard, yeah. But it's like, I like the way they mixed it up, and that's what I need to see more of. I think we need to mix up the attacks. Because when teams sit in a low block, we've become way too predictable. And today, obviously, Liverpool were not in a low block, but we still mixed up the attacks, and that's what I need to see more of. Obviously, it's a shame to go out of the FA Cup, but I think we need to look at the performance and say, like that's what we need more of. Do you know what I mean?
That's the thing. Like in a manager's press conference afterwards, I can tell you now, it's going to be, yes, we had a positive performance, positive response, positive this and that. But as a fan, like I don't really give two craps about positivity. I want the right scoreline,
At the end of the day, we're out, innit? So
yeah, exactly. So whatever it is, I can't take the positives to my mates and tell them, look, it was positive. But yeah, it's a shame it ended up that way. But yeah, we had some. Again, I can't believe I'm going to say it, some positive things to look at. I enjoyed some of the players today doing a good performance. I thought Ramsdale was solid, although I think him and Kivio, I think it's not exclusively just Kivio. I think it was a little bit of a mess up between the two. I think he was in no man's land when he went for that ball. That was never mentioned, surprisingly, on commentary, obviously.
I thought so as well.
Yeah.
They were just talking about Trent's delivery, really and truly.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Well, there was another team on the pitch, which was the team that won. What do you not think of Trent? Like,
listen,
I don't know.
I think you saw both sides of Trent today. You saw, and then you even saw the difference with the managers. But if I go on to the Trent thing, so obviously the delivery is too good, innit? It's in the box. Defender can't deal with it. And that can be the difference sometimes. They weren't playing well. Obviously he had a shot in the first half as well when they weren't playing well in the first half, but they could have went in front when he hit the bar. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So Trent, I just think he's clear of everyone. But then we saw the other side of his game. Martinelli came on, he went past him 2 times in 2 minutes. And literally when that's happened, I'm just like, yes, let's get the ball to Martinelli. Let's get out to him. Let's get at Trent, because obviously he can kill us going forward, but we can get at him. If we want success, we need to go through Trent. And what does the genius Klopp do? He brings on, I think his name's Bradley. I think it's Connor Bradley. I'm not sure if that's his first name. But he brings on Bradley, who's a youth product, right back.
Yeah.
He puts him right back, and he moves Trent into the midfield because he says Martinelli, he's gone past him 2 times in 5 minutes. Okay, listen, move yourself from right back, get a midfield, dictate the game from there. Let this you defend Martinelli from now on. And then not the threat was gone, but it wasn't as easy for Martinelli to get in from there. So you just saw the difference with Klopp and Arteta. And then when I go to Arteta, like it's like, okay, so we've got these players, people like Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe's been on the bench for how many games? He comes on the last 2 minutes, last 10 minutes. Okay, this is obvious you don't trust him. You obviously don't trust him. He's been back from injury for obviously he had a setback, but he's been back from injury for about 5 months. He hasn't started 2 games in a row. Okay, you obviously don't trust him. Let's get rid of him. Let's get some money in, and you know what I mean, improve the squad. But when Arteta's bringing on Eddie for 8 minutes, he's bringing on Smith Rowe for 2 minutes. What do you want them to do? What the hell do you want them to do? I don't get
very
it.
upset.
Oh, listen, piss off, man. I'm pissed off.
It was an awful. That's the thing. I didn't agree with the formation at the start. Although in the first half, I thought, you know what, maybe they're gonna do something. Like based on that performance, they should have done it. But yeah, these last-minute substitutions, I think it all reminisces about Reece Nelson last season against Bournemouth and the last-minute winner. I mean, he came on 2 minutes before that. It'll probably happen once every 100 times you do a substitution.
1 in a million.
Yeah, exactly that. It's not a given. You bring him on, then he's going to score. It doesn't work like that.
No. Do you feel like
he brought him in?
Go on.
I thought he
they've been more proactive with his substitutions.
I think so. I think like he's a bit too rigid. So the substitutions, you're the home team. Like I should be taking the initiative. If I feel there's an issue, I should be the one who needs to address that issue on the field, right? But at the same time, we didn't do that. What we did was responsive substitution. So we'd wait for Liverpool to make a substitution of some sort. When they took out Cody Gakpo and McAllister, right, who were struggling, they couldn't get the ball from Declan Rice or Jorginho. They couldn't, right? So they brought in a midfielder and a striker. And what they did with that is just change the entire lineup up front. So instead of Luiz on the left, he went to the right. Darwin Núñez instead of center, he went to the left, and they left Jota in midfield, right? So they went for pace. They went for the wings instead of, let's try and hit them on the counter attack like they were playing in the first half. And it bolstered their midfield. Like it gave them that extra players. Jota, who we remember from the Wolves days, even his first days in Liverpool.
I really dislike that guy. I really dislike him.
I'm not a big fan of him either, I'll be honest with you. But if he plays for your team, he'd be one of your favorites, no doubt. The guy works hard and he does both positions really well, right? So he can play in midfield and he can play up front, a bit like a Trossard. That's the nearest role for him or profile for him at Arsenal. He can do both.
Why don't trust that? Me, okay, now outside looking in, because I really don't like your club, as I keep saying. As you just said there with Liverpool, like Klopp was able to mix up his front line. I feel like with your front line, Saka can only play right. Like, can't he play anywhere else? Like, why is he always playing on the right? Martinelli as well. Can't they ever switch? Like, because it's too predictable. Like sometimes
that's the thing with these substitutions.
Martinelli can play up front. I feel like
if you don't switch it, if you don't switch it, you're trying to show something, right? You're trying to show there's a fault here, or there's an error, or there's a lack of X factor, or whatever it is that you need to get over the line, right? The sharpness, the killer that Ian Wright tweeted for, or something like that. I don't know. Is he trying to beat the drum for a transfer? Is he trying to say, look, we're doing our best. That's all I've got. I need a striker, or is he genuinely out of ideas? I have no idea.
Yeah, because we it is as simple as that, Oscar. Something as simple as, okay, Saka, go to the left for 15 minutes. Literally, like You know what I mean? Saka, he came through on the left. He can play that side. Like why?
Oh, so he can play left, yeah.
Huh?
So he can play left.
Yeah, that's where he burst on the scene. He
So
burst on the scene from the left. But obviously Saka was a really good player. So he came through as a left winger. He played left wing. He played left back. He played right wing. He's played cam. He's played midfield for us. So obviously he's been finding his feet and then obviously he's stuck to that right position now.
Settled there, yeah.
But I don't see a reason why, even if he doesn't play there for the whole match, even if he goes out, they swap for 15 minutes. I don't see just to be unpredictable. You know what I mean? We have to have different aspects of our game. And that's the difference with Klopp. As I said, every substitution he made helped impact the game. He brought on the right back to move Trent into midfield because Trent was struggling when Martinelli came on. He brought on Jota, who got the assist for Diaz. He moved Diaz to the right. He's just he just made subtle changes which helped win the game. And Arteta, it's the complete difference. It's literally it's like put on Smith Rowe for what? Is it for because it's in his contract or something? Like, does he have to play a certain amount of games?
Yeah, exactly.
The guy's been given the number 10. He's been given a big contract. Let's see him. I've seen this guy score 10 Premier League goals 2 seasons ago before he was injured. I mean, I think he can offer way more. Give it, or at least play him and show us he's not good enough. He's not to the level. Look, at least we can see for ourselves. You know what, Smith Rowe is not it. But for me, I haven't been given the opportunity to see that he's not good enough.
Yeah,
you can't even see it. So,
no, that's the thing. It's these responsive, poor substitutions. Like Liverpool when they did that. What you mentioned earlier, that little shift where they had a new fullback come in to cover Martinelli. Trent moved into midfield, but when they lose the ball, they'd all come back. And after the 2 times that he got past Trent Alexander-Arnold, and then they had that new player introduced, it became a 3-man combination against Martinelli. So it was even more difficult to try and get through. And only at that point, that's when he brought in Smith Rowe to try and help that midfield by having one more body on that side.
Yeah.
Again, like this, I remember hearing this. I don't even remember who said it, but many years ago, the first half are for teams, the second halves are for coaches. So to see a good coach, you see their team in the second half. They'd pull it away. They'll do something. They'll change something. And unfortunately, like I know he's a new manager, or he's new to management. It's only his first job. Yes, it's 4 years, but in comparison to Klopp, that's nothing. The guy's been there for, I don't know, over 20 years doing management, right? So he obviously has got that experience, but, we've relied on Arteta being the quick, fiery team that almost wins games in the first half, right? I think he needs to work on that second half thing. It's not just, a team talk.
Yeah. His in game needs to improve a lot, honestly, 100%. Because it's just as you can see the difference in class, and it's as simple as that. You see Klopp, and as I said with Liverpool, that quote you just said as well, that shows in this game. So the first half we should have had them. Klopp gets them in. All right, cool. We're still in this game. Calms them down, makes the right changes, and they go on to win the game.
Exactly. Yeah.
Unlucky guys. So who you man got next? Crystal Palace.
Palace at home. Yeah.
Absolute must win.
So if you don't win that game, like, how's your temperament gonna be? Like, are you gonna be on the train smashing your phone, like shouting at people?
I tell you. I didn't want to give you another fact, but it's actually 1 win in 7 now for Arsenal.
1 win in 7. Wow.
In all competitions. So
I was
definitely. Yeah, no, I had to just, just to add a little bit more pressure, But yeah, no, it's
Crystal Palace is a team. Yeah, when you're not doing well, they come and annoy you. So
like we know what to expect with Palace. Like you can't ever be surprised playing against Crystal Palace. You know they're going to come, sit back, defend, try and hit you on a quick counter attack with their pacey wingers, Olise and I forget the other one. Eze,
Eze,
if he's still
yeah.
back. I know one of them got injured recently, but I'm not sure. I was a fan of Eze. I remember he was at QPR before he went to Palace, and the
Yeah.
guy had talent to tell, but it took him a few years to burst onto the scene, like they say. But yeah, no, it's I don't know. It's going to be one of those. It's going to be a 1-0 or 2-0 at best. The good thing with Palace, once they concede a goal, it doesn't really take a lot to score the second or the third.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's trying to break into that defense, and they've got a solid defense, right? It's a Roy Hodgson kind of team. Raheem Anderson, Mark Guay, and obviously our very own Rob Holding there. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a
And
tough
then,
game,
and
and
then
apparently they want Nketiah as well, don't they?
he
Yeah.
will suit them actually. He will actually suit
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, no, I think he'll be a good player. I don't know. I think we should try and sell him back to Chelsea. Um, I mean, he's not a Hale End graduate, but you know, he was released by the Chelsea Academy, like many of the top talents in the world, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that player does to players, but they all seem to their careers kick off after leaving Chelsea. So we'll see.
Okay.
Keep an eye on the exit doors there and see if anybody else comes out.
Yeah.
Well, commiserations for your loss. I don't actually mean that at all. But you know.
We'll see tomorrow, mate. We'll see tomorrow.
Yeah. We're ready for you. We're ready for tomorrow. We've got that in the bag. Like I said, we've got Martinez and Casemiro back now, so our team is shaping up. We're gonna just come from the sideways, boom. You're now back up there. But we'll discuss that tomorrow if you guys are on it. So, all right, cool. Let's leave it here, man. Again, not sorry, but not sorry. You know. Thanks for watching, guys, and please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Sweet.
See you, everyone.